Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Malone's Record Service Betsy Show, presented by Critters Corner, where we cover everything on the hardwood with the West Green Lady Buffaloes basketball team. As always, I'm joined here with head coach Betsy Shaw. We've got somebody special this week, don't we? Morgan, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. The lone senior this year, who feels like a fifth-year senior at this point because she's been playing since she's been a freshman now. You talked about her, I think it was 2 weeks ago when we previewed senior night. It's been a weird week this week, though. Been a weird week last week, too, with cancellations from school and everything, practices switching around. We finally got her on the show, though. Morgan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
I know it's been a weird week now. Season's over, kind of a little bit of a layoff between tournament times. So how have things been since Tuesday up until now?
Good. We took some time off and then practiced today, so to get ready for Monday.
Got, I think, 6 days between games. Tuesday was your final one with Cosby all the way up to Monday against Happy Valley. So in that time off, kind of what's your plan? Do you kind of prepare for Happy Valley a little bit? Do you work on yourself a little bit? What's your preparation going in such a long layover with the tournament ahead?
I think it's mainly work on ourselves. You know, the same stuff that we've been working all year, continue to work on it. More so, I mean, Happy Valley too, but to get better ourselves.
And Morgan, of course, senior night being a few weeks ago also. It was the last time you play in this gym in a regular season home game. Still have the opportunity to, of course, with regions coming up, but playing on your home floor for the last time, winding down to the end of your senior season now. Talk about everything that you've endured through your time here at West Green, from the low points all the way to the high points. Just kind of sum up your 4 years here at West Green.
I've had a great time. It was rough sophomore year, but I have went through so much. But I have a team that has backed me up through everything. I've had a great group of girls the last 2 years trying to be a leader, trying to be better for them. They've also taught me a lot about being a leader and being patient with them. And each day it's a learning experience for all of us. So I'm very thankful for all them sticking with us. So
We talked about how much of a leader she's been and how she changed kind of the culture around here at West Green too. A lot of people are born leaders or they learn to be leaders. Did you learn to be a leader, or have you always been a leader throughout your time as an athlete, throughout middle school and throughout your early years of high school?
I would like to say I was born one, but I think I've learned more over the years, especially the last 2 years, because we are a very young team.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of patience have had to come with this team, and just making sure that everyone's good and on the same page. Not just making them better, but making me better as well.
For you, how hard was it to adjust to being a leader at such a young age too? Because you talked about how hard of a tough sophomore year you had, and then stepping into your junior season, you were kind of thrusted into being the leader of the team as a junior, which doesn't happen a lot of times, but it happens often. But you had to become that leader as a junior with such a young team, and then you step in to your senior year being a leader again. You're kind of used to it, but how hard was it to adjust to being a leader at such a young age on a varsity team?
I mean, it was a little difficult because I'm very hard on myself. So, seeing, I guess, the way my attitude, it affected everybody else around me. So I had to learn quickly that the way I present myself on the court is how everyone else is going to play as well. So I guess I didn't want to be selfish. That's my main thing, is trying to be the best person I can be for my teammates, no matter what. If I'm on the bench or on the court, I know the girls are going to do good either way.
And then we ended the regular season on Tuesday night with Cosby. The 2 games that we had previewed was Hampton and Cosby. I know both of those resulted in losses, but take me through both of those games that closed out your regular season.
You want this one? I'm just kidding. Hampton, they played hard. I mean, the girls played hard. It wasn't lack of effort up there. We didn't have a great shooting night, so it resulted in the score being a little lopsided. But, I mean, they play hard. And they had a lot of girls knock down shots. About everyone shot it. About knocked it down. I mean, they had a great shooting night. And then Cosby, we took us a little bit to adjust to some stuff that we had to do differently. And so that was the same kind of thing there. I mean, it's not lack of effort. I mean, our losses this year, even, we're talking about these 2, but all our losses this year, not typically because of lack of effort. Mm-hmm. It's just normally lack of execution, whether it be what we're doing offensively, not running plays, or on defense and not boxing out and rebounding or taking care of the ball. So it's, we don't typically not try hard. It's not that. It's just lack of execution sometimes, and I think that's what happened to us, at least against Cosby.
I don't think I've asked this question this year, but what do you think kind of factors into that, where you have a team this year that no matter how much they're losing by, the effort's still there? Teams in the past, not just your team specifically, but just other teams in general, they get down 10, 15 points, they give up, and then the rest of the game they just don't care. Your teams aren't like that. You have teams that no matter how much they're losing by, they still want to try to play hard. They don't ever give up. What do you think kind of factors into that?
I mean, you can't
Competitiveness,
expect people, if your leaders aren't playing hard, you can't expect the rest of them to. Like, we were, I told that story already about the ladies' classic. We were down a ton, and she's like, no, I want to stay in. And play hard. And, think of all these games. She takes charges and continues to play hard. If your leaders aren't playing hard, there's nothing from a coaching standpoint, well, not much. In practice, I can work on it. But during a game, there's not too much besides sub I can do. If your leaders don't play hard, probably the team's not going to play hard. She talked about not being selfish. If your leaders are selfish, then a lot of times you got selfish teams. They practice hard because of what we do. Like, they don't have many options but try to practice hard. Whether it be times or like a goal they're trying to reach, or we don't have as many, number-wise, that helps too. We got more. You can focus more on everybody.
Yeah.
But if your people, like the leaders, aren't playing hard, your team's probably not going to play too hard either. So.
She might have the West Green record for charges taken, because it seems
to.
like she takes way too many.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Stats like that don't show up, and I've had other coaches talk about her too, and talk about how even late games where she might be out, she's still on the bench standing up cheering the teammates. She's always the first one up too whenever something happens, and whenever she's on the bench too. So you would probably agree, but she's kind of like an extension of your coaching staff on the court.
Oh, I definitely agree. And she sees a lot of stuff quickly, and it's something she can ask questions or say something, she sees a lot. So, yeah, I agree.
And now we're coming into the district tournament now. Most exciting time of the year, finished up with the regular season now, going into Monday with a game against Happy Valley in that opening round at Unicoi County. But we need to get a break in first before we talk about that too much and tell you what time they play and how to get there. So we'll be right back in just a minute here on Grassroots Media.
For more than 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has served customers in East Tennessee with licensed and professional plumbing services. From installing your new faucet to replacing your existing piping system, our team at Tommy's Plumbing is trained to handle the job with professionalism, attention to detail, and integrity. By offering warranties on most products installed by our technicians, Tommy's Plumbing stands behind our work, ensuring that your plumbing needs are not only met, but that your problem is solved for the long term. When you need reliable and professional plumbing service, Tommy's is the only call to make. So give us a call today and let us show you the Tommy's difference.
At Terry's Flooring, we have quality products along with quality installers that can make your space look better than ever before. The craftsmanship that our installers bring to the job site is unmatched. Along with the great installers, we have a huge selection of hardwood, LVP, tile, and carpet. We know that spending money isn't that easy, but at Terry's Flooring, we care about your money too. Stop on in and see my Popsy at Terry's Flooring and allow him to save you money while enjoying the hassle-free experience.
At Corner Pond, the friendly and knowledgeable staff has the experience necessary to help you out regardless the need. Have an item of value you'd like to pawn or sell? Corner Pond can help. They pawn numerous items of value, including firearms, tools, ammunition, silver, coins, and much more. When you walk through their doors, you'll find well-stocked shelves full of electronics, gaming systems, fishing and hunting equipment, car audio and accessories. And don't forget about the room full of guitars and basses and amplifiers, or their outside lawn and garden equipment. Corner Pond is a case knife dealer and carries numerous used knives as well. Stop by and let the friendly staff at Corner Pond help you today at 432 East Bernard Avenue, Greenville, Tennessee.
Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Malone Trekker Service Betsy Shaw Show, presented by Critters Corner, where we cover everything on the court with the West Green Lady Buffaloes basketball team. As always, I'm joined here with Coach Betsy Shaw and Morgan Brown. So You've got the district tournament coming up. You've got Happy Valley in the opening round in the 3-6 game. You are Monday night at, I believe, 8 o'clock. You're the last game that night. So it's here. It's the most important time of the year. It's the most fun time of the year, I think a lot of people would say. I don't know for you, because sometimes coaches get nervous when they go into these situations where it's win or go home. But going into Monday night, what's the feeling against Happy Valley?
You want to go first? You want me to?
Rock, paper, scissors.
I'll go first. I don't feel nervous. I mean, we've played them twice, and regardless who we play, no one's record matters at the tournament. I mean, I know the 3's playing the 6, but no one's – I mean, it doesn't matter what your record is. And, you know, Happy Valley plays really hard. Like, they rebound. They're a well-coached team, and they play hard. So we have to be ready to play. But, like, I don't feel, oh, gosh, we got to win. We're just going to play basketball. We've been playing basketball all year. If we just need to take care of what we can and control what we can up there. So I'm excited for the tournament. You know, if that's the best part of the year it's supposed to be. So you want to go?
I agree. I think it's going to come down to the little things with boxing out, rebounding, because we struggled with that the last game, was rebounding a lot. So I think it's going to come down to how disciplined we play.
And then playing at Unicoi County, too, it's a place you haven't played at in, I think, 2 years, all the way back to 2 seasons ago, I think early in the season in 2022. So you haven't played there. I don't think any team throughout this tournament has played there this year. So nobody has a competitive edge. It's a true neutral court. Playing at Unicoi this year, how do you feel about playing there?
I think Hampton has. I saw film on
Has
them.
Hampton played there?
I
Okay.
think they have.
It might be the one team.
We honestly like to play better on the road. I'm not sure. I think we've done better on the road than we have at home in terms of numbers. We talked about that last week. So that's fine that we go and play at a neutral site. It's better than having to go play someone else's home gym, but I don't think that getting on a bus affects us as much as maybe you would think. So.
And with the trip being a little longer now, do you think that'll kind of factor in anything? I know it's a little differently to get there. Can't go down the Irwin Highway anymore and go straight there. Got to go interstate now. So with that kind of putting a wrench in everybody's travel plans, do you think that'll affect you any?
I don't think so. I don't know, though. I don't ever know. Sometimes we're ready to play, and sometimes we're not. And so I don't think it will, but, you know, you never know. So.
I think as a coach, you probably like getting on the bus more, because we talked about it last week. You seem to play better whenever your team gets on a bus and travels.
Do you know why? They asked me why we do that. I said I didn't know.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Statistically, I'd like to look at it too. I might go home and do that and see your averages on the road or in neutral courts versus at home, with the outlier being the Ladies Classic. We'll throw that out. But I'd like to see what your averages are on the road versus here at home. Do you think, just a guess, how much more a game do you think you score on the road?
I don't know. I couldn't even guess the number, but I'd say it's better on the road. I think throughout the season at least, yeah.
I think we figured out your conference record's better on the road than it is at home. So
The only team we lost to away was Hampton.
Mm-hmm.
Every other team away games we beat. Chucky Oak there, South Green there, Johnson County there when we lost to them at home, and then Happy Valley there. So
that's hard to do. Win 4 games on the road, that's hard to do. That's impressive, honestly.
And then we played North Green a lot better at North Green versus here. So that's fine. Let's go somewhere and play instead of coming here and playing, honestly. So be ready to play. We're going to be ready to play.
We're going to be ready to play.
How excited are you? I have to ask that question.
I'm ready. I'm ready to play this. I think we got this. I believe in the girls. They know what to do. The effort's always there. I don't ever have to ask anything extra from them. So I think we'll be good.
And with that first game, too, of course, you win that first game against Happy Valley. Not only do you make it to the district semis, but that goes ahead and sends you to the region tournament, too. That's something I know that's probably a goal of yours every single year whenever you make a list of goals and show the girls every year. So with the opportunity to win this game and get to the region tournament, how much more special would that be also?
I mean, it will be great if we do that, but our focus is Happy Valley.
One game at a time.
Yeah, we're not overlooking Happy Valley or thinking ahead of, but you do mention that, and the 1 and 2 seat, it's best if you're there.
Yeah, because you're already in there.
And then you go to Alcoa or Gatlinburg-Pittman most of the time if you're end up being the 3 or 4. But right now, all we're focusing on is Happy Valley. Because it'll be a tough game because they're going to be ready to play us as well because we've already played them twice. So that's our focus right now.
It's hard to beat a team 3 times. And I know you won't like me asking this question too, but I have to ask you this. Last year, of course, the season ended in this same exact game against Happy Valley too. Will you use that as motivation going into this year's game?
I've already mentioned it to him.
So it's already been
Yeah.
used. Okay.
I mean, like, anybody that was on the team, most of them, because they were all on the team last year, except 3 of them, remembers how that was and how that felt. You know, we were up quite a bit at halftime there. And so, you know, when we get in, if we get in the opportunity to be up, to not let go or let down, you know, keep pushing. So that's, yeah, it's definitely been mentioned already.
But district tournament coming up now. Of course, it's at Unicoi County. We talked about how hard it is to get there too. Can't go down the Irwin Highway like previously after the floods. So to get there, of course, you hop on the interstate down here at exit 23, ride all the way to exit 57A in Johnson City, hook it onto there on US 23 South, then take it all the way down to exit 37 in Irwin, and then after that you get off downtown and it'll take you straight to the high school. I know it's a lot of left and rights from there on whenever you get off the interstate down there, but if you've been to Unicoi County before, you have to have, there's a lot of left and rights when you go downtown. Do you have trouble ever getting to Unicoi County when you get downtown?
Well, I'm normally on a bus, so no. I don't have any
For you, that's easy, yeah.
trouble, no. No troubles.
But Unicoi County, Monday, 8 o'clock, West Green versus Happy Valley. District tournament's upon us. I know it's the most exciting time of the year. I'm excited. I know all of you are excited too, but that's all I've got for you today. Thank you all for joining me
Thank you.
again. Thank you, Morgan, for joining us, and thank you for watching this week's edition of the Malone Tracker Service Betsy Shaw Show, presented by Critters Corner. We look forward to seeing you next time here on Grassroots Media.